Hello, my lovelies. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I am still full of cold. It seems to be getting worse, not better. In fact, I I put some like lip balm on earlier because my lips are so sore. It looks like I've had lip filler done. My lips are so swollen from this stupid cold. Genuinely, I've got like perfect duck lips at the moment because my lips are so swollen. So, I'm a little delight. I'm an absolute little charmer at the moment. This cold could just do one, frankly. Hi Eileen, how are you, lovely? I hope none of you get it because it's horrible. Whatever this one is that's going round, normally I'm fine with a cold. It doesn't, it doesn't bother me. It's just a cold, blah blah blah. But this one is out of control. Out of control, it really is. So you'll have to excuse major snuffling, I'm afraid. But we are going to hopefully have some fun tonight and make these cute little pouches, which I was supposed to do with you last week, but I was too poorly. I was too poorly last week, and then I thought I was getting better at the weekend and come back with a vengeance. Hi Leslie, hi Jean, hi Helen. Hello, my lovelies. Now, I've called these an Eggscellent Easter pouch because, who doesn't love a pun? But because I was like, oh, Easter's actually quite early this year. It's like, March, isn't it? Like sometimes it's into April. And we have to kind of, get going on these things, don't we? Hi Claire. Oh, Lindy Lou, are you still poorly too, darling? I am sorry. I hope you're feeling better soon. I feel your pain, love, because this one, this time, it's vile. It really is. So I thought we'd start doing a couple of little Easter projects, and I'm really, really chuffed with these. They've come out really well. They don't have to be Easter. They really don't. But they kind of do look like Easter eggs. And I think if you're giving a present for Easter rather than chocolate, or maybe you've got a kid who can't have chocolate, so maybe they have sweets or a little toy or something, these kind of look really pretty, and they're egg-shaped. So, you could hang them up. If you're doing an Easter egg hunt, you could make lots of these and like hang them up in the garden and stuff. So I know it's only January, but we've got to plan ahead, haven't we? Got to plan for the next thing. Hi Irene, hello. Carolyn, hi, just finished a D&T off before we empty the garage. You've got a new consumer unit and fuse box being fitted tomorrow. Sounds very technical, darling. I hope it all goes well for you. I hope your extension is getting there. Right, we're going to go to the overhead so I can show you these. Hi Anne, how are you, love? Excuse me. I need to blow my nose as well, so this is not pleasant at all. All right, so these are what we're going to make tonight. These are little drawstring pouches. They're all lined. They've got quite a nice size opening, but then they close up, and I think they look, well, they're sort of Easter egg. They're egg-shaped, aren't they? And you could decorate these up. I think they'd be cute for Christmas presents as well. You could hang them on the tree or whatever. But I'm going with an Easter thing. If you, like I said, maybe you've got a child who can't have chocolate, maybe they're like lactose intolerant or something, you could put some just like sweets they can have, or a little toy or something in there. Or maybe they can have chocolate, but you don't like to give Easter eggs because there's a lot of wasted cardboard and stuff. You could put like mini eggs and all sorts in there. And then when we pull them up like that, they stay quite round. And I think they'd be really, really pretty, like hung up, because they're egg-shaped. They're egg-shaped. The fabric I'm using, again, because I love it, is the new Chromacity. I can't remember what it's called. I've got a new one to show you. Hang on. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Coming back. Oh, sorry, I meant to show you these. So, we had some of these come in, the chromacity. I can't say this word. Layers in, and they literally sold out in the box. People were buying them as I was unpacking them. So we managed to we've only got 4 because they are few and far between. But this is what this range is. We've got some of it on the bolt, but we have got some of the layer cakes back. They are on the website. They are amazing. The gold in them is just unbelievably beautiful. Can you see all these? Just stunning. Like I said, we've managed to get 4 more, and that's it of these. You can see this is the one that I'm using tonight. I'm using it off the bolt, but they are absolutely beautiful. So there are 4 more of these if you want them, if anybody wanted them and didn't get them last time. This came in new as well. This is called Vintage Soul. I love this range. It's by Kath Holden, and it looks like crochet. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, guys. It looks like they've all been crocheted. So it's so on trend. It's really bright, really vibrant, stunning. So if you like your bright fabrics, again, we've had some of these on the website, on the bolt as well. But we've had, I think, 4 layers and some charms come in. There was no jellies. They didn't do it in a jelly roll. But the colours are stunning. It's like a rainbow, but they look like little crocheted flowers. Can you see that, hopefully? It's designed to look almost 3D. So that's come in as well. That's called Vintage Soul. That's on the website. And then this came in as well, which was called, I don't know how, Paravane collection. It's a Robert Kaufman one. It's butterflies. And again, this is got the most amazing, it's digitally printed. It's got the most amazing gold accent with butterflies and dragonflies and little birds and beasties and most incredible colours in this. Look at those little tiny, I don't know if you can see those little tiny ladybirds all outlined in gold. Absolutely stunning colour. Look at that tile one. Stunning colour range. Sort of florals, but with a slight Moroccan feel to it as well. Absolutely gorgeous. And we've got a couple of fat quarter bundles, layer cakes, jellies and charms in that. So just wondered if you know, yes, the blue has arrived, Erica. Oh, let me come back. The blue arrived today. It's on the desk as we speak. If you call the shop tomorrow, Sarah Jane will be able to help you with it. We've had 3 of the blue ones in. And yes, they're in. Lovely. So yeah, they literally came in today. We unwrapped them this morning. It's the blue ones we were waiting for. So call the shop tomorrow and Sarah will be able to help you. If not, they'll probably go on the website either tomorrow or Friday and you'll be able to see them. But we've got 3 of the blue ones. So what's that, Lorraine? Are you expecting Layla Boutique by any chance? I believe so. We have got quite a bit coming in recently. So as you know, Lorraine, as we do it, we'll try and do a what's in the box, and we'll show you as it comes in. But if it comes in, one of us will give you a shout, love. When we know the fabric requirements for the April retreat, we'd normally send it out about a month beforehand, lovely. So sort of like beginning to middle of March. I'm still in the planning stages with it, okay? So I will be putting that out soon, okay? Who else? There was another question there. Oh, hi Marion, hi Melba, hi Reno, hello lovely. Right, okay, so right, now I've shown you that. You've answered your questions. Let's get back to the little egg pouches. But yeah, so Erica, the blues there, just give them a shout, guys, okay? So I made a couple just to, now this one, I think this little tab, the drawstring sort of channel thing was a little bit big, so I reduced it because I think it keeps that really nice. Oh, sorry, there we go, wrong camera. It keeps that nearly nice round shape. Now you can easily get 3 pouches out of a fat quarter. Okay, so I had a fat quarter of the chromiacity. I can't say that word. I'm going to call it chroma. Okay. And where are you? I was over here. Sorry, I forgot to press the button, love. I've already made 2 pouches out of this bit, but you can definitely get a 3rd one out. And you need a lining as well. So I've just chosen this pretty yellow, which I thought looked nice with it. So I have done a template. There is a full template on the website. There's no picture on it yet because I've got to take a picture before I went to work. But the template is on there. I will put the picture on as soon as I come offline. But I've done a template for you, which is £1 just to cover our download costs, okay? Which gives you the shape and it gives you the sizing of the tabs as well. However, I will go through it as well. So I'm going to fold this up. Do you know what? I might be able to get 4, because if I can get that one out of there, I would actually then... You can easily get 4 pouches out of a fat quarter, okay? Because this was a fat quarter to start. I've already made 2. you can absolutely, let me just move this down a weeny bit, get 4 out of. You can get 4 out of a fat quarter. So I know we sell by the half metre on the website, but if you want fat quarters of anything, you'd have to give us a ring, guys, okay? We can do it if you give us a call. So I'm going to cut this all in one. So I folded this in half. I folded my other fat quarter in half. And I'm going to put this right sides together like that. And I'm going to cut it all 4 in one. So, like I said, there is a template. I've done the template for you, my lovelies. And it's also got the measurements and all, the measurements for the little tabs and all on. So I'm going to draw around this. What's that? You're making a gonk style patchwork quilt with bunting twist. Oh, nice. Lovely, lovely. Remember, if you are making stuff and you want to share it, you can always put it into the Gigglers page. And you can, so everybody can see. Pop it into the Giggle of Geckos page, which would be nice. Thank you, everybody who shared that little our little post today as well. We've had lots and lots of shares. The one where we were just saying, this is who we are. Please share. And lots of you did. So I'm just drawing around the template. Basically, all I did was draw it like an oval, sort of an egg shape, and then I've cut off the top bit. But like I've done this as a template, so you guys can grab it if you want it. Okay, so take that out. You put the pins back in just to hold it all together. And then I'm going to cut this out. Now you can cut it out with a rotary cutter or scissors, entirely up to you. I'm going to go scissors today, just because I want to try out my new scissors. So I had a new pair of Karen K Buckley scissors. So I'm like, right, they're supposed to be amazing. Ooh, they are very sharp, and they're really sharp to the tip as well. Nice. They weren't cheap, mind, but they are good scissors. So cutting out all 4 pieces at once. Oh, I would be if I could get that bit out of the way. Where's that bit come from? There we go, got it. Oh, I'm making a right hash of this. Maybe I should have just used my rotary cutter. There we go. Go around this side. I should have just used my rotary cutter, it would have been easier. Kept everything nice and flat then, but I need a new blade on my rotary cutter, so I thought, oh, I'll use my scissors. There we go. And then we're going to cut across the top as well. So, like that. There we go. So that's all 4 cut out. Put the protectors back on there. And then what you're going to need as well is you're going to need 2 little pieces, which are 3.5 by 1 1/4. Okay, so you're going to need those as well. So first things first, let me just take the pins out of there. Okay, so I've got 2 lining pieces and then 2 outer pieces. Okay, let's get rid of that. You're going to need 2 little pieces, like I said, for your little channels. So first thing you want to do is just fold over these little edges. So I'm just going to fold that over about 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just about 1/4 inch. And then over that side as well. So it's just a single hem, both sides. And now we're going to just top stitch along those just to hold those down in place. Okay. So over we go. You love your Karen K Buckley scissors. Oh, I know. Sarah had, so it's going to make me sound very ungrateful, and I don't mean to be. But the only thing I asked for Christmas was a pair of these scissors, and I didn't get them. I got lots and lots of other wonderful things, but I didn't get them. Sarah Jane got a pair. So, of course, when I was at Newark and I saw somebody's, the quilt shop in Tenby was selling them, I was like, well, I'm just going to have to treat myself, aren't I? Nobody else bought them for me, so I'm going to have to buy them myself. So I did. They are brilliant. Lots of people have raved about them, so I thought I'll give them a go. Right, back over we go. Give that a quick little press. Okay, and then all I'm going to do then, just get rid of those threads. And just chop those ends off, get rid of those threads. There, and there. I think I chose it was only a little cheapy bit of scrap fabric I had in the yellow, but it's a bit frayy. And then we want to just fold this in half. So this is the wrong side, so that you can see this is the raw edge of the hem. I'm going to fold that in half like that and press carefully. Okay, so I'm going to press like that. Give it a really, really good, nice sharp press. Okay, and you want 2 of those. So I've already done the other one, okay? So you've got 2 of those. Next thing you want to do is find the centre. So fold it in half again like that and just give that a little press. Just find the centre line and do the same for that one. And again, find the centre line, okay, just to find the middle. These are really quick, these little pouches. I'm going to take my outer fabric. Sometimes you just need to buy a present yourself. Absolutely, Jean. I'm a firm believer in that. Again, I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to find the centre there. And then I want to line up. So raw edges to raw raw edges to raw edges. That little line, that little centre point there is going to go on the centre there. I like that. Line it up so you can see you've got a little gap either side, which is what you want. And then I'm going to take one of my lining pieces like this and line all that up as well. So I'm sandwiching that little tab in between. Honestly, these, if you're doing charity makes, these would be really, really quick and easy to do. And just pin that in place. Okay, so I've got that little channel piece sandwiched in between. Now I'm going to put another pin like that just to stop it all moving, and I'm going to do the same with the other one. So find the centre of my outer piece, so that's the straight edge up there. I'm going to fold that over and find the little straight edge, find the middle, sorry, and then we're going to pop that one right in the centre, just there like that, and then I'm going to line this one up on top. And because we cut the 4 of them together, they're all the same size, which is nice. There's no variation like that. Okay, all we're going to do now is we're just going to go across. Now I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance throughout with this. You know, if you use a slightly bigger seam allowance like edge of foot 3/8 of an inch, you can have a slightly smaller channel, but and you might struggle to get it through. So I have done this as a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to stitch right the way across just that top straight edge on both of these. Okay, so, oh, excuse me, sniffing away. Right, back over we go. And then I'm just literally going to stitch down 1/4 of an inch to sandwich all of that together. Move that pin out of the way. There we go. And the same on the other one. So there we go. Talking about buying presents for yourselves. Tell me what's the best present you've ever bought for yourself? You thought, maybe nobody else will understand why I want that, I'm getting it. Or nobody else has bought me that, I'm getting it. What is it what presents, what's the best present you ever bought yourself? Hi Carol, how are you? You thought you might be late, so I missed the beginning. Oh, we actually had to change the date, lovely. There we go. Come back over here, I'll talk while I'm ironing. Yeah, Josh was supposed to get his car today, but we're actually having to do it tomorrow now because it was having... Ooh, what am I throwing on the floor? Throwing stuff on the floor. It had to have new tyres, so we've got to go pick it up tomorrow. So it was all fine in the end. I didn't have to rush out and try and get back in time. Right, I'm going to now press this, but I'm going to press it so that the tab is going like up towards the lining. So I've got, can you see, I've got the seam going down into the outer fabric and the tab is kind of sitting up into the lining. So give that a quick press like that first, and then, I don't know why, but that just made it sit better by doing that little press first, and then putting the lining down and pressing again then. Okay, it just made everything sit nicer. Like I said, don't know why, but it did. It's probably some, I know, random reason, but there we go. So press that way first. So I've got the seam coming this way and pressing the tab towards the lining, and then when I pulled this one down, it was just a lot neater. It's one of those random little things, but you don't have to do it. But jewellery. Oh, you bought yourself a nice piece of jewellery. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to top stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from that edge. I'm just going to top stitch it here. You could use a pretty metallic thread, anything, you know, but I'm just going to use a normal thread for now. But you could do a pretty decorative stitch or something there. If you were personalising these, you could, before we stitch this anymore, you could maybe put somebody's initial on the front, applique, or even write Happy Easter or something on it if your machine does, you know, something, you know, swish with lettering. You could write something on that, and I would do it at this point before you start stitching anymore. You bought yourself a cutie frame. Ah, good girl, Jean.
Claire, what was that? You bought yourself a faff. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, good girl. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, ladies. Treat yourselves. Why not? Right, so I'm just going to do a top stitch. Like I said, I'm just nothing fancy. Make sure the guide doesn't get caught in the channel. But you could decorate these up as much or as little as you wanted to. Okay. What's that, Marion? An overlocker you bought yourself. Oh, nice. J&B were doing a overlocking course, I noticed the other day, or they've got one coming up. It was on their website anyway. So yeah, always worth doing an overlocking course. I think it helps you learn the machine, doesn't it? Right, okay, so I've done those two. Back over we go. And if I wasn't chatting, this would be done by now. Right, now we're going to open these out, okay? And I want to make sure that this again, no, sorry, this time it's, hang on, which way was it? No, that way, towards the outer fabric. So make sure this bit goes towards the outer, okay? And open this one out, and we're going to put them right sides together, okay? Like that. And match up all the seams. So I'm going to start by matching up the seam. I'm going to pop a pin in there. And I've got everything all pushed towards the outer, okay? And this side, I'm going to put a pin in there, like that. And then just make sure all this is nice and matched up. And I've lost all my pins. That's because Dave's in the other room. Dashhound is in the other room. Let me just grab my spare pins. There we go. Put plenty in. Make sure it's all nice and matched up. Couple in this side. There and there, and then as always, because we're going to be turning this through, you need to leave a gap in the lining. So because I'm forever forgetting, I like to draw my gap in so that I know not to sew in that little bit. So I'm going to start here, work all my way around like this, all the way around there, back to this point, and then all the way back, and I'm going to stop here and I'm going to leave that bit open. And what's that, about 2.5-ish inches, you know, just as long as you've got a gap. Right, back over we go. And like I said, I'm going to stitch all the way around. Again, I'm just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the whole thing. Just keeping an eye because it's curved, making sure it's not moving too much. Okay, and when I get to this bit, like you see, just make sure, I mean, you could put your normal foot on. So I'm stopping right on that seam before I pivot round this bit. I think these would be really good as well for like little travel pouches. You know, they don't have to be Easter eggs, but you could, they'd be really good for like when you're travelling to, you know, maybe you've got to take medication with you, or you just want a really little, you just want to be able to take some travel size shampoos and stuff with you. If you put some oilcloth on the in, you know, as the lining piece, they'd be waterproof as well. And they'd be really good for like, you know, putting your flannel and your toothbrush in to stop them getting everything wet in your bag. Because they are a really nice, you know, good sized pouch. But there, you bought it from J&B, so you've booked onto a course with them. Brilliant, Marion. They do a really good course there. So good shout. And keeping it local as well, which we like. There we go, so all the way round to this end here. I'm just going to back stitch, there we go, just to secure it. There we go. So I've been umming and ahhing about doing a online one-day class that people could join in with, where we would do a live on Facebook and we'll all do like the same project, a bit like we did back in like lockdown when we did Zoom classes, but I'm going to do it as a Facebook class. If anybody would be interested in it, basically. Right, I'm going to use my pinking shears and I'm going to trim off. Right, you could, if you haven't got pinking shears, just clip into the seam. It's a curve, so you want to get rid of this bit of excess. But if you've got pinking shears, just go around it with pinking shears. Do you remember when we did the Stitch Pink, the Moda, where it was a block a day for the whole of October? And I did a group where you just paid, you paid like £5 to join the group for the day, which basically covered my time.
So I'm thinking about maybe doing that on maybe a Saturday or a Sunday, doing a couple of classes online, but through a special group, so that, you know, everybody could join in. You know, you could still still ask me questions and all through the comments, but I'd give you the fabric, you know, requirements beforehand. You join into a special group for the day, and then we all sort of stitch together. So what do you think, guys? Would you enjoy doing that? A good idea. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, yes, and yes. Definitely, please, yes, yes. Oh, lovely. Right, okay. I will look into doing that. You know, maybe doing it either on a Saturday or a Sunday, where maybe, you know, we'll do maybe just one to start with, where you just, you know, pay a nominal fee, basically just to cover my time for writing the pattern and stuff. Join the group, and that group is only people who have paid can get into the group, and then you could we'll do a different project. You know, we'll maybe do a quilt, or you know, like a sewing project or something. If it sounds, oh, there's lots of you saying yes, great idea, brilliant. Okay, I will get on that. I think that might be something that work. Just before I turn it over, all I'm doing is just ironing that hem over, okay, just so that it's easier to deal with. Okay, something Sarah Jane taught me about doing that. Before you turn through, just iron that hem in place, and it's a lot easier. It's a neater edge. So cool. All right, I will look into doing that. I will look into getting doing a quilt maybe, where we can all, you know, have a little go and stuff, and we'll go from there. So I'm just pulling the whole thing through now, like that. Trusty old knitting needle. You know I love this big old knitting needle as my turner through, and I'm just running that carefully round the edge, round the seam, and it just helps push it out. You can roll it between your fingers, but this works just as well. There we go. Push it right round the seam like that, and right round the seam like that. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a press. Oh, missed that bit there. Come on, out you come. Like I said, if you're making for charity, you know, maybe fundraising, or, you know, you're doing craft stalls or anything, these are, like, you can, like I said, make 4 out of a fat quarter, which is, you know, good time, what's the word, cost saving one. But they'd be great for if you were maybe giving jewellery as a present, or little toiletries or makeup or something, you know. Maybe you've got grandkids or granddaughter or grandson, actually, who's like really into nail polish or something. You know, they've got, you know, loving the nail polishes. You don't want to give chocolate. You could put a couple in there, you know, and in with a bit of tissue paper as an Easter present, or just a birthday present. I'm then going to shove that inside. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just going to quickly, now you can hand sew it, but I'm going to quickly do it on the machine. I'm just going to stitch up the gap now it's all pressed, okay? You and Wagamama, they put out chopsticks, but you don't use them, so you took them home. Good girl. Now in your sewing bag. Waste not, want not, Jean. I thoroughly agree with that. Chopsticks are brilliant for turning through. So I'm just going to quickly just stitch up that little gap there. You know, if you want to be extra neat, you can hand sew it, but it's the bottom of a bag. No one's going to see it. Okay, and then back over here, and we can shove that in there. And I like to use the bottom end then, because it's a small-ish gap at the top, not mega small. I mean, you can definitely get a hand in there. Hand or fingers in there. But I think that would be even funnier for little ones. You could fill it with mini eggs, and you could watch them like try and fish them out. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to add the drawstrings. Oh, what have I done there? I just push that in there like that. There we go. Give that another press in a minute, but we're going to add the drawstrings, okay? So give that a nice little press. Why have I missed that little bit there? I didn't sew it quite right. I've missed a little tiny bit. I'm not going to undo it because you're not going to see it when it's pulled through. I'm using a little bit of piping cord, but this could be a piece of ribbon. You know, in fact, ribbon would be quite pretty, wouldn't it, if you bought some ribbon? And we're going to thread it through. Hang on, let me move this out of the way. Make them into Christmas baubles to put on the tree. That would be nice. Yeah, that would be lovely. So I'm just using a bodkin, but any, you know, big-eyed, you know, yarn darning needle or whatever. We're going to push it through like that.
just with the same with any drawstring bag, and round through the channel that side there. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to pull it back so that I'm going to keep it flat, and I want it to be about that big. If you've got boys like mine who are massive nerds, D&D fans, these would be great dice bags for their D20s, for those of you who know. There we go. Okay, so I'm pulled it all the way through, so it started there, going all the way and out the end, and I'm just going to put a knot in the end, and you can then, if you just get a needle or something, a pin, where's my pin's gone? You can then, with the piping cord, you can just pull the pin through the piping cord. It becomes a little tassel then. Looks all like pretty. But like I said, you could use ribbon if you wanted to. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So I started this side and went through. So I'm going to start this side and go through the other way to give you the drawstring element. Oh, don't pull too far. There we go. And then back through this way like that. There we go. And then again, just make sure it's nice and flat. Put a knot in good knot in the end. There we go. Chop off there, and then there we go. Tassel that one out, and there is your little Easter egg pouch. It's an Eggscellent pouch, and as you can see, I've made 3 out of that fat quarter, and I've got enough. There's definitely enough there to make a fourth one rather. So if I do that in half, you can see that the template, in fact, do you know what, if you were really, really careful, you might even get a 5th one out. If I'd been really planned it out, I might have actually got a 5th one out. But you can definitely get 4 out of a fat quarter. What size are these scissors? You're just looking online for them. These were, hang on, I'll get the package in. 2 seconds. I'm off again. Okay, so this is the pack they came in. Sorry, there was me off again. So I bought them from the quilt shop. These were, it doesn't say on there. Precision cutting, perfect scissors, large multi-purpose. The code on them is KKB, Karen K. Buckley, 027, and they're a large, hun. They're called a large there. So yeah, I think these are the large ones. If it helps, I think, because they measure from the handle, don't they? They're 7.5 from the handle to the tip. So yeah. Yes, it is. They are good for, it says they are left or right hand use. So I mean, I'm not a left-hander, but you're doing them in my left hand. Yeah, and look, and they literally are not. I'm not in any way sponsored, and we don't sell these. So this is an honest review. Can you see how that is like sharp to the absolute tip? And left and right-handed. So I'd like. They do different colours as well. They do all sorts of different colours of the handles as well. So be careful, they are sharp. I just poked myself. So there we go. That's my little Eggscellent pouches. All right. Like I said, that one was my prototype, and that channel was a bit too big, which is why I took it down to 1.25. And I think it looks nicer with the small channel because it keeps more of the egg shape. Okay, you need new scissors. Right. So the quilt shop. They are all online. Laura and Tom are good friends of ours. We see them at all the shows, and it's where I got the D&D. Dungeons and Dragons fabric from. It's where I bought these from. They're all online. They go to lots and lots of the shows, Laura and Tom, and they're based in Tenby, but they don't actually have an actual shop. They're only online. But if you need new scissors, Marianne, these are an absolute must. They're brilliant. They're not cheap. They are quite expensive scissors, but I mean, not being funny, I paid, my mum bought me these. My Fiskars pinking shears, these are now 20 years old. and they are, you know, brilliant, and they're still nice and sharp. So, and they were about 40 quid then. So a good pair of scissors are going to cost you. You love these little pouches. Is there a pattern, or did you give measurements at the beginning? There is a pattern, lovely. It's just a download for the template, which will give you the egg shape and all the measurements. I've written on the template. So it's on the digital. It's in the shop, patterns, digital downloads, and it's the Eggscellent Easter pouch. There's no picture at the moment. I'll upload the picture in a moment. I mean, you could probably make your own if you want to, but I've done the hard work for you. And I do think they would be really cute. You could make them bigger, smaller, play around with them as well. Okay. Right, that's it for me tonight, my lovelies. Sarah will be here tomorrow with the part 2 of the vanity case. So she'll be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then next week I've got Create and Craft on Thursday. So we'll probably only be doing something Tuesday, Wednesday. And there won't be an evening one Wednesday because I will be travelling because I have to go up the night before. So yeah, I don't know what times we'll do next week. So it'll only probably be Tuesday, Wednesday because of Create and Craft. The name of the scissors, they are called Karen K. Buckley's Perfect Scissors. But yeah, Karen and then K-A-Y and Buckley. Karen K. Buckley Scissors. There you go. I'll do that for you. Hopefully you can see. So yeah, I will see you next week. I will start looking at a date where I could do a online class for everybody, and we'll if you've got an idea of what you'd like to do, give me a shout. If not, I'll come up with some ideas and we'll put something in place, probably for maybe like the end of Feb or something, end of Feb, beginning of March. And we'll do, I thought it would be nice to do an online class all together. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to go and sort some tea out for the kids because Josh, how very dare he, has gone out. So I've got to cook tonight. Phew, disgraceful. To be honest, it's probably going to be chuck something in the oven because cold. I'll see you soon, my darlings. Take care. Bye.